Gayatri, you can see the...
Yes, we can see your presentation.
Okay. Okay, for the embroidery, these are the basic items that are required. You require an embroidery hook, a small pair of scissors, set of needles, a threader, that is called a threader. And there are different types of threads. One which is called the skins are used for embroidery, and the other one are ball threads, which also can be used for embroidery. These are the two types which we use in embroidery. But today, I will be focusing mainly on the ball threads which are available. And these threads are available in any of the tailoring material shops in your areas. So we will go now and start with the basic stitches of embroidery. The first stitch which I would like to show is called the running stitch.
اجلس هناك تحت. هذا اجلس هناك، هذا كمان مع ماما. تعالي هنا. حاد
جاش الحق تغدي الناس قبل تصلي بعدين تتغدى انا ما اتغدى معكم.
In the running stitch, it is very important to see that the stitches are consistent. They shouldn't be big or small. The size should remain the same. So it is basically just going up and down.
I hope everyone can see Ms. Nabila's screen. If not, kindly go to her picture and please pin the video so that you can see it in the full screen.
So this is how it looks, a running stitch. Now I will just show a variation to the running stitch. This is called a looped running stitch. Sorry, not looped, it is whipped. So whipped is basically like how you just, when you use the, I have already done a line of the running stitch. So basically you just go through it. So it kind of creates a pattern. Always remember that after you finish a certain stitch, to knot it from behind. The next variation in a running stitch I will show, it is called laced running stitch. So basically you go in from one side and don't pull it too much, and enter from the other end. We are just going in and out without going underneath. This is called laced running stitch. It's basically we use it for borders and all that. This is the design. So these are the three variations of a running stitch. Now we'll go to the next stitch, which is called the back stitch. We basically start and go back. Then again you go forward here. And go back. Here too you must see that the stitches are consistent, they are the same size. Maybe initially if you don't get it right, you can use a scale and mark the points, centimeters, inches, how big you want the stitches. Because this can be done in various sizes. This stitch is normally used when we do flowers and all. We use this as border, or for the stem also you can use it sometimes. I hope you all are understanding. If there is any doubt, please do let me know.
If you have any doubt, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
Now in the same way, like how we had done for the running stitch, we will do for the back stitch also a width stitch. So I've already done a ready back stitch line for you. So you have an idea. So I'm basically just going to do the width stitch like how we had done for the running stitch. So it is basically just going in all the loops. And always try to use a contrast color so you can make out the design. So now this kind of gives an effect of a rope. Okay, we go to the next stitch. The next stitch is called the stem stitch. The stem stitch is basically somewhat like it's like a mix of running stitch and back stitch, but we take it a little at an angle. Another thing I forgot to mention to you all before, it is very important to have a ring that you can handle in your hand. The sizes are available in the tailoring material shops. The preferred size is any size between 5 to 7. 5 inches, 6 inches or 7 inches. Maximum you can go to 8 inches. Because the bigger the ring, it becomes very difficult to handle. The bigger rings are okay if you are doing machine embroidery. But if you are doing hand embroidery, it is better to have a small ring and it is convenient to hold so that you don't put much stress on your hands. But if you hold a big ring, then it becomes very difficult even to embroider. So every time your stitch starts and it ends, you can actually open up the ring, move it, and then continue with your stitches. But don't try to go for a bigger ring unless you have an embroidery hoop which has a stand. Like I will show you in the end. I have a embroidery hoop with a stand, which I happen to get it from India, but I will show you in the end. And I know that in India, I think I have not seen here, but in India you get these embroidery hoops which come with a stand. I think they use it for some embroidery called Ari work. So I will show you the one which I have in the end. That's why I'm saying, like, it's better to have these small rings. Now the one I'm having at the moment is a 6-inch ring. This is the stem stitch we start. Take it at half. That's how you will see that the stitch is coming at an angle. Very important to keep moving the thread one side so that you don't get confused and mix, where the design changes suddenly afterwards in between. But sometimes by mistake you might do it this way. You can see the stitches are come slightly at an angle. The next stitch we will move to is the chain stitch. Now we take this, go back in the same part. And we take it, round it. Which actually forms like a loop. You go back again where you came up. So this forms like a loop. This is how it looks. This is called the chain stitch because it kind of looks like a chain only. The next stitch we will learn is the lazy daisy. It is very similar to the chain stitch that we have done, but we are going to incorporate this in a flower way. That is how you will see. It is a loop stitch only, just like a chain stitch. But normally we use this lazy daisy to do flower designs. It is the same way how we do the chain stitch. But after doing one, we will end it there, outside. Then again we can start. So this is called the lazy daisy stitch. This is a lazy daisy, which I have done a flower pattern using the same stitches. So I will just show you how to do that as well. To get the accurate sizes, what you could do, like what I have done is I took a coin and I just drew a circle first, and then I pinpointed, made markings here. So I know where I should poke or use for the petals. That's how I'm getting it exact size. It's okay, just this is the lazy daisy flower. Using the same stitch, I'm just doing leaves for it, for the flower. So this is how it is, the flower as well as the leaves, using the same stitch. The next stitch we will do is called the buttonhole stitch, or there is another name for it also, they call it the blanket stitch. You must have seen the stitches on the borders of blankets. Many a times the blankets are not hemmed properly and they give a stitch which is called the blanket stitch, just to avoid any fraying of the material. And then the same stitch, if you bring it a little closer, like I have done this, which is a little closer, that they even use it for the buttonholes. But I will show you now using a little bigger. Mostly the stitch is used for the borders. or edges. When you're doing a handkerchief, tablecloth, I'm doing the stitch a little bigger for you all to see it, but you can do it closer as well as smaller. This is what I have done actually. This is what a blanket stitch looks like. The same way you can do, if you want to do a wheel design, same way, just draw a circle and keep doing the same stitch little closer and do the wheel design. This also can be used as flowers. The next design stitch we will learn, it's called the herringbone stitch.
Nabila, just a minute.
Yes, sure.
Sorry to interrupt. If you all have any doubt after a particular stitch, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask. Any doubt, please ask. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Nabila, you can
Yes,
proceed.
sure. This herringbone stitch is like a crisscross stitch. So you will require 2 lines for it. Now I am showing you, it's going to be a bigger version of it, but I will show you after what I have done when it is a little closer. till you get the stitch. Preferably, maybe you can follow the same way as I have done here right now. Is draw 2 lines and mark the points so that you get the stitches uniformly. It's only once you're expert in it, then then nobody follows all that. But before that, it's better that you'll get the actual this, especially now for the children. I'm saying, it's better to mark the points for them, where to start, where to end, everything. It will be very easy for them to do it in that way, keeping the children in mind. This is another design. If you do it like this in lines, you can use it as borders for pillowcases, napkins, tablecloths, or even for your, blouses, kurtas. Some of them make it a little fancy by adding beads also to it. Of course, that is all later on, but for the main design, you can see that I have done those markings, the dots. I've taken the scale and I've marked it. That's how it's coming exact. So this is what a herringbone looks like. Now I just want to show you the variation that I have already done. Now this I have made it a little open, but you can do a little closer version of it. And I did it for the leaf. It's like a filled up leaf. The same thing, but I just did it a little closer. I hope it's visible to you all.
Yes, it is visible. Can you do and show this leaf? How to make it closer?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Just give me a pencil. Okay. As you can see, I'm taking it very close.
Here also you can put dots. We can put dots.
Yeah, you can, but it'll be too close. Like, I mean, it's better that you yourself try to, you know, keep the distance, because this is like now it will be closed. The leaf.
Suppose if we want to draw a big pattern, how do we draw it on the cloth?
The pattern, the design for the.
Yes, design.
Yes. I will. Yeah, I will just explain that all in the end, if you don't mind. About the tracing
Yes,
of the
thank you.
design. Yes, I will explain that in the end. Yes. So here, this is the leaf that is done now using the same herringbone stitch, but closer. You can see the difference when there is spacing and when you bring it a little closer. So this can be used as a filler for leaves, for flowers, petals. And if you are doing it, spaced out, then you can use it as a border design.
Thanks, Nabila. This looks really beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, satin stitch is a simple stitch which is used for flower petals or anything, again as a filler. This is a very easy one. Another thing is very important when you're fixing the ring, please see that the material is nice and stiff. It shouldn't be loose. So even if it is a little loose, you can just pull the fabric a little and see that it is nice and firm. Only then will the stitches remain properly, otherwise the stitches will start hanging. I had already started and I had done satin stitch for the flowers, but I will show you now here. Another thing is there is a tip now when you start, and if you want to get a good clean finish of a satin stitch, it's better that you start from the middle and then go towards the sides, because there are some people who have, they start from one side, but as they go further, then the stitches kind of get slanting and it doesn't look nice. So the one tip is that you always start from the center and then move towards the ends. It's nothing. It is just going up and down from this end to that end. Top to bottom, or you can do from bottom to top, whatever. So that's how you get it. The finishing is good. So you see, I've done 1/2. Now from there, you go to the other side, like. Here, there's no need to make any marking or anything like that. It is just that as much as possible, try to bring the needle a little closer to the first stitch. Because if there is spacing in between, it won't look nice. The idea of a satin stitch is that it has to be filled in properly, fully. There shouldn't be any spacing in between. The material should not be seen. So here, I finished the petal. So that's how the satin stitches. So you can use that same one in, like now this is a petal. But if you want, you can use it in a round design. You can use it in a diamond design. You can use it in a heart design, any design. But always see that to get a proper finish, that you start from the center and then move the sides.
Susan.
The cross stitch actually, I don't have the proper fabric. Cross stitch is done actually on a matty cloth, it is called, which has its own holes and everything. But I don't have that fabric at the moment because I couldn't get it from the shop, because the ones which are available here are very advanced ones. But in India, you get the ones which has the proper holes which are properly visible. Here, the holes, like the ones which I found in the market here in Muscat, was not the ones which I could show like the stitches properly. So I just did a thing where I made my own line of holes, like, dots, so that I can show you how to yeah. So a cross stitch starts. Again here now, since I have done the dots, I will just show you on the dots. And now just for learning purposes, I'm showing it to you as a big design. But otherwise the cross stitch cloth, you have to do it according to the dots over there. Sometimes if you want, you can do it the same small size, or if you want, you can increase the size over there. So these are basically taken at an angle. Now we cross it. The idea for doing this cross stitch in this one angle and then going across is so that you get the same, you get neatness behind as well, which I will show you afterwards. Because many of them, they start the cross stitch and they cross it straight away. Then behind it looks all messy. So this is how it crosses. And this is what I meant behind. This is how it looks behind. It looks very neat behind also. If you do it at that angle first only and just cross it. Just to show you that I made a flower of the cross stitch. So after making the dots, I wish I had that cross stitch material. I'm so sorry. I don't have that at the moment. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Okay, I think that's all for now. I would just like to show you some designs that I have done. This one. I would just like to show you, this is a mandala design that I did using just one stitch, which is the stem stitch. So sometimes I'm saying it is not required that you know all the embroidery stitches. Sometimes just mastering one stitch, you can do a lot. So I have just used only the stem stitch and I have done this mandala design, which you can do it on a cushion cover or anything like that. Now this is the running stitch. So you can see that just by using different color threads and a simple basic designs of just circles, you can still create something beautiful. And this running stitch is very easy to do for anybody. I wouldn't say that, you have to be really good at it. Anybody who can hold a needle and thread can do a running stitch. And I didn't trace any of this design. These are just done freehand. Basically, I just use circles and compass and all that. So, you don't require big designs for this. And this is something similar to the Indian, I think the Kanta embroidery, if I'm not mistaken. It is kind of similar to that. So it is just the basic running stitches, and you must have seen this Kanta embroidery in a lot of Indian dresses and, quilts and everything. They do this. So it is basically just running stitch up and down, but you can still create beautiful pieces with it. Now in this design, I have done different stitches where you can see the flowers are, some are having the lazy daisy, some are having the blanket stitch, which I had shown you as a wheel. Then there is the back stitch. There is the stem stitch. There are different stitches which are incorporated in over here. Still, using all that, you can still create, as I said, something very beautiful and something very simple. Out here, I have done two different stitches. One is the herringbone, which I was showing now, of the leaf. And the elephant is done entirely using chain stitch. Here you can see. This is the herringbone. The leaves also are herringbone, but one big leaf is showing chain stitch. And of course, the mid stem is all chain stitch. So you can see how the different stitches can be incorporated over here. This is the elephant. The entire elephant is filled only with chain stitch. Here I have used the satin stitch for the hearts. And yeah, today I couldn't the stars are actually done, they are French knots, but this requires a little of mastering to do it. And the star in between, which is there, that also is done actually using satin stitch, but at 2 angles. Like you can see in the middle, it has a this, and it comes at an angle. So they are like satin stitch only, but which is stitched at an angle. But here you will see the hearts, because I started it right from the middle and I went in the sides. That is how you get the proper finish. This is chain stitch as well as lazy daisy. And this was a rooster that I had done some time back using only stem stitch. I used it as a filler. So it is filled in entirely only using the stem stitch. Thank you, Gayatri.
Thank you, Nabila.
Just a simple question. The first, second and third stitch
Michael
names.
sir, one second. I'm sorry to interrupt. Now, Ms.
Sorry.
Nabila, I think you can stop sharing the screen so that the screen will be visible.
Yes.
Yes, Michael sir, now you can ask.
Yes.
Since in the first this thing I was driving the second and third stitch names. The first is running stitch. Second is second and third stitch names. I would like to know.
Back stitch. Second was back stitch.
I got from back stitch. I got it. Initially, you showed running stitch. and
Okay.
you showed
Yeah, in the running stitch, there were 2 variations, no? I made 2
Yeah.
variations. Second one was called the whipped running stitch.
WIDTH, is it?
No, WHIPPED, whipped, to whip.
Okay. W.
Yeah, whipped
Can
running
you,
stitch. And the third
can you
one
repeat
was
the spelling? Can you repeat the spelling, please?
WHI.
Yeah. DTH. Okay, that's fine. Next one. Next one. I can't hear you.
No, she'll come. Nabila, you there? Yeah.
Yeah, WHIPPED, whipped.
Yes,
Ah,
I have
okay.
typed it out in the chat box. And the next variation is?
Next variation is called laced. LACED.
Okay.
Laced.
Okay.
Yeah, laced running stitch. Yes.
Okay. Fine.
There was somebody else.
Any doubt from anyone? Feel free to ask, because these are the stitches you can use for making from a smaller handkerchief to a frame and to a grand dress also. From small to
Yes.
big, you can really make. So if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask.
If you are making a long one, you keep doing it in a smaller frame and keep running it. Is it not?
Yes.
Please tell us the needle number which we have to use for embroidery.
Needle number, I don't know because I bring the packet. But the main important thing is not to find a needle which the eye has to be big enough for the thread to pass.
Okay.
The eye of the needle, yeah, it's very important. The same, because it should not. You should not put stress on the thread, because what happens is as you keep stitching, then the thread it starts losing its that wind. and then it doesn't come nice, you know. So that is why it is very important for the needle, for the eye to be big enough for the thread to pass, because sometimes you can use double thread, single thread, you know. So depending on the usage of your thread, you have to have the eye big enough for the thread to pass.
Okay,
Are
okay.
there
Thank you.
different types of threads? Are there the same type or different types? I saw that bundle one. Material.
No, the
I'm telling.
threads are available here. They are called pearl cotton, which are those ball threads, and then the skin. Yeah, you can get them, the Anchor brand. They are available in all these tailoring material shops. Like now here in Rui and all, you can go to Shireen stores. You can go to, there's one more store, I don't know the name.
Ruby
But
is
it's
a
a-
lot of tailoring material shops.
Yes,
Yeah, I have seen that.
Gayatri Nalware, we have Gafoor,
yes.
Yes.
Amood, Gafoor, any
Gafoor.
tailoring shop.
A new shop now that is opened up in Mabela. It is called Tafta. It's a new shop. I have not been there. It's all the way in Mabela.
Yeah,
But they-
yeah, I have been there, and it's very good.
Yes, they are
Correct.
very. They have all the wools and the good imported this from France, DMC threads.
Can anybody share the location
Uh,
or address or phone? Or,
on Instagram, on Facebook, they have it. I will just see if I can get it. Gayatri, I will share it to you afterwards.
Sure, sure. I'll put it in the group. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Miss Nabila, can I share your number if they have?
Yes, sure.
I
Yeah,
am
if they have,
sharing,
no problem. You can share my number.
thank you. I'm sharing Miss Nabila's number in the chat box. If you have any doubt or if you need any further guidance, please feel free to contact her.
okay.
Her number is in the chat box.
Is it Mr. Savio is the same one who was in the church in the...
Yes, Savio sir only. He's there in the class now.
Yes, I am Savis's wife.
Okay, fine, because he knows me well.
Michael sir was a board member, Nabila, school board member.
Yeah.
Gayatri, I know him and I know the children because I stitch their communion dresses.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay. Okay, fine. That,
Yes.
Any doubts from anyone?
Good evening. This is
Yes,
Bharti
yes,
here
ma'am.
from Kuwait. Actually, Nabila ma'am, your pattern was so easy to
Oh,
follow
yes,
that.
sir.
Thank you very much for the wonderful set.
Coming to the designs,
I
I
have no doubt. See,
said we can have a
Nabila,
specific
stitch no for
Miss
patterns.
Nabila, there
So
is a
it's
doubt from Miss Bharti.
Pattern or
Miss
what?
Bharti, your voice was breaking. Can you repeat your question? Hello, Miss Bharti.
Nabila ma'am, your pattern was so. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. Nabila ma'am, the patterns and the pictures you showed was so beautiful and easy to follow that also, and easy to teach the children also. Just a small doubt. See, you are using a chain stitch pattern for filling up some designs, right? So the chain stitch should go in the same direction, or we can convert to some direction, some other directions like that. So whether it looks nice or it should be in the same direction only.
No. You can follow the direction which is okay for you, what is convenient for you. But basically, the chain stitch is used as a filling.
Yes.
Yes. You can start with the edges, no? Go by the edges only, and then you'll keep coming in the center as you keep going in the edges, no?
Okay. So
Yes.
it can go in one direction and come to some other direction like that. It can go. So it look nice, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, if you follow the edges, no, and you keep going in that way, then that whole design will look similar, like, you know, it won't look all funny in between and all that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Gayatri, no, somebody, I don't know who had asked me regarding about the transferring of the designs. Now, what happens is designs are available on books. And then, of course, today, nobody follows the books, everyone downloads from the net. So you can download the design, but then you have to transfer it onto a tracing paper. You get a tracing paper. So take the tracing paper, keep it on the design and trace it. Otherwise, the next option is to take that entire pattern and keep the tracing paper underneath and keep it on the fabric and then trace it. Okay. Now the tracing paper, you can either use the regular one which you use for Xerox, or you get the proper papers which are available in the tailoring material shops, which is having the chalk backing. So you get them in different colors, white, pink and all that, depending on the fabric that you're going to use. Sometimes you use a light fabric, sometimes you use a dark fabric. So you can use that because it is chalk. It is the same chalk that the tailors use, for their markings and all. The same chalk it is for the paper. So that paper you keep down on the fabric and then your design on top and then trace it, that way. And that's how you get your designs. Of course, the tailors use another method which, although I had never used it and I tried using it now, but I wouldn't find it okay for the children to be part of, because the method that they use is something called chalk powder with kerosene, which I wouldn't find it right for the children. For the tailors and all, it's fine, but not for the children. I mean, it's very risky. I wouldn't want that. But I did, for my personal I thought I'll bring it home and I'll try it so that, I can tell you all about it. And the whole house was smelling of kerosene and I got scared that the neighbors might come and think that our house is on fire or something. So, it was like that. I didn't want it. But for the tailors, it's fine. But that is another way of doing it. They take a regular tracing paper, they make holes on it, and then they use that chalk powder, and that's how you get the design. Yeah, that is how they do it. But otherwise, the simple way is just to take the regular Xerox, carbon paper, whatever, and just trace the design onto the fabric.
I think that would be
designs. Basically, today, as they say, this of internet and Google and everything, you just have to download everything, and you get a lot of free designs are there, depending on what you want to do.
Thanks, Nabila. Any other doubt? Anybody, if you've got, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask, because it's a good platform to clear your doubts.
It was very nice, very detailed. She was doing it also, practically, very nice.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nabila.
Thank you so much.
Michael sir, anything else you want to tell?
No, children to now get used to it only now. We have to get
that comes slowly.
Yeah.
We can have a schedule and start giving them practice little by little.
Yeah, I think we can start
Yeah,
with the
I'm
running stick
sorry.
and slowly.
Yes, Pani, you can tell.
Yeah, Gayatri, I just wanted to, Nabila, ma'am, please, you told us that the hole of the needle should be big enough, right? What about the point of the needle? Because in cross stitch, I think point should be different, and in embroidery, for the cloth embroidery, the point of the needle should be different. That's what common knowledge I have. I don't know much about it. Yeah.
The cross stitch material, because it already has the holes in them, they use a blunt needle with a big eye. But for a regular material, you need to see that the needle point is, it's pointed.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Because as I said, I didn't have the cross stitch material. I showed the cross stitch design on my regular material. That's why I use the regular needle. But otherwise, on a cross stitch, you get separate needles, which you have to ask at the tailoring material shop, saying that I want needles for cross stitch. And they will give you those needles blunt at the tip.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
And which sort of fabric is good for this?
The best is cotton, good sturdy cotton, which is like cotton linen.
Yeah.
To start
Cotton
with
linen.
cotton better, Michael sir. For children, it will be easy for them to handle also.
For anything, Gayatri, because it is quite sturdy. Otherwise, I mean, many of them want to do like now today, of course, they do it on saris and dupattas, but those materials are very thin. And unless you're really good at it and mastered it, then only you can go for that. Others for children and even for us, like, I prefer also to do anything like cushion covers, pillows, everything is the basic cotton, sturdy cotton. Yeah.
So thank you.
And Nabila, if
Yes,
you
yes,
don't mind, I will
Aruna,
show
please.
one needle which is good for kids. Can I show you now?
Please,
Yeah,
please.
these are called plastic needles, which are good for matty and which don't hurt the kids. If you can find it out.
Where do you get it in Muscat? Any idea?
No.
Maybe
Actually,
we can
we get
inquire
from
in the
brochure.
shop. Yes.
I'll just try. Here we don't find in Muscat.
From where did you
try
get?
to get with Amazon? Actually, this we get with a set. I do crochet, so for the crochet work we get these needles.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I just wanted to show because this is the correct time to show the kids. They don't hurt. They're not sharp enough, and they are plastic.
Oh, but will this get into the
Crochet,
cloth? Does hope it is you can stitch it in the cloth?
Only for matty cloth we can use.
We can try a tailoring shop.
Yeah, we can try.
Right. We can ask them.
No,
Yes.
cross-stitch, Gayatri, you can use this needle because, as I said, the cross-stitch material already has holes. So it will sink.
It will go inside.
Yes.
The grip is what the kids can catch, like the other, the swing needles, which are very sharp. So better if we will try our best to find out.
Yeah, we can try. Yes.
Yeah. If we all come together, we may try. I will try to find out in Amazon. If we get, we can buy our set. It comes
Thanks.
around 10 to 12 needles in one pack.
Oh, okay, good. Thanks, Aruna. Even I will also go and try today. Where you get it in Muscat?
Here we don't. You may try in Tapta. Here, this Amud Alquer side, I have tried it. I have not found.
You already, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
We will try. We will try to
Huh.
find in Amazon and we'll try through our contacts. If we
Mm.
find, we will bring it.
Thank you, Aruna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aruna. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Miss Nabila. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
your knowledge share. And it was really great. Beautiful demonstration and beautifully explained. Thank you so much
Thank
on behalf
you.
of everyone here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Navida. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
And
you.
this today's recording will be uploaded in the YouTube and I will be sharing the link by evening. Next week, what we will be doing, I'll discuss with the resource people and I will get back to you at the earliest.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We enjoyed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Question.
my son is especially that he liked it.
Pardon, we couldn't
I
hear.
have a son with a special need, yeah. He has dyslexia, but he said, Mama, I've learned this stitches in the school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Thank
Gayatri. Thank you,
Thank you.
Navida.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.